Legend of Total War here, and today I just want to briefly talk about the Rome 2 fiasco that's been going on. I wasn't going to make a video on this. I have been keeping tabs on it. Some people have asked me to make a video on this, and that's not the reason why I'm doing it. The reason why I'm doing it is because I felt at first that this was just going to have a little spike of negativity and then go away. But I'm seeing this, it seems to be getting worse, and I feel like it's totally unnecessary. And like I said, I've been keeping tabs on the situation, and things are going out of hand very quickly. And I feel like if it may very well just put itself out in the next day or so, but I don't know that, and I don't want to see things get any worse. So I want to shed a little bit of light on the situation because there is a lot of misinformation going on, and there's a lot of toxicity. Now, before you continue watching this video, there's two videos you absolutely need to watch. You need to watch Arch Warhammer's video on this. I will link it in the description. Watch that from beginning to end. Watch it first. Now, I like Arch Warhammer's video. I agree with a lot of his points, but he does have some points that are wrong. And then you need to watch, after that, RepublicofPlay's video, where I believe he corrects everything that Arch Warhammer got wrong. So if you watch both of those, one after another, you'll get a rough idea of the situation with Rome 2, without me having to just, repeat it again. I don't have anything to add in that regard. But, just as a brief overview, this review bombing is largely because of women in Rome 2. Now, like I said, there's misinformation about that, and if you want my opinion about the women in Rome 2, I'm not outraged about it. I checked the mechanic, and quite frankly, it gets the legend tick of approval. I really don't mind. I think that maybe it could be tweaked a little bit, but it seems fine to me. Okay? So in this one here, I don't have a dog in this fight. If people are upset about it, you don't have to play into this mechanic. The thing about this mechanic is like hiring generals, right? You don't have to hire female generals. You can just leave them in the recruit pool and just it's very, very rare, like extremely infinitesimally rare, will you have nothing but female options. It really shouldn't happen. So it just comes across as bizarre. I think it's good that you are allowed to customize the way you play. I think that's always been one of the things that have appealed to me about strategy games in general. And so when they introduced women generals into the game, honestly, I give it a bit of a thumbs up. It's not something that I really wanted them to do. There are certainly things that I would rather they fix and add in, but like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't really care one way or another. Now, I've been reading some of the negative reviews, or a lot of the negative reviews, and look, I don't care if you want to post a negative review based on whether or not you like the game or whatever. You won't post a negative review if you like it. I don't care if any of you guys want to post a positive or negative review, okay? Whether or not you like the game or the company. I think that's fair game. If you don't like Creative Assembly and you want to post a negative review, that's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna judge. However, what I will judge on is when you post a review based on bad information or you just haven't checked your facts. Okay. I think it's important that us as a community should fact check. Okay. I would like to think that the Total War community is an intelligent one, and when I see reviews that are posted on bad evidence, it's like, come on, you can do better than this, guys. We can do a lot better than this, okay? So again, if you want to post a negative review for whatever reason that you don't like a game, just make it honest, okay? Hate the game, but do it honestly. That's all I think. And the main thing that I'm seeing is that a lot of the reviews that are coming in negative are from people that probably haven't played the game in about a year, and I'm posting the negative review because of Archer's video, which again, I like the video. Has a bit of misinformation though, and if it made you outraged, whatever, I don't really care. But if you don't like the game, post a negative review. Well, like I said, I've already added what I want to that. Now, the other thing that I think is really sparking this off is actually Creative Assembly's fault. Specifically C.A. Eller, who is a community manager at Creative Assembly. Now, I don't really have a whole lot of affection for the community management team in general at Creative Assembly, so it's sort of like, this wasn't unexpected to see them behave in what I would consider is a pretty common thing for them to say. But basically the gist of it was, Total War games are historically authentic, not historically accurate. If you don't like this part of the game, you can either mod it out or not play it, which is sort of like giving the finger to the people who play your game. Now, as somebody who has in the past given the finger to their audience, I can tell you that it's not a good idea, okay? There is backlash that comes through. So, and you will not get forgiveness without asking for forgiveness. So that is my advice to CA Ella. Honestly, maybe you're passionate about this situation, but what you said was very stupid. And like I said, we all make silly decisions. The best you can do is apologize for them if you truly are sorry and ask for forgiveness. And people generally are pretty forgiving if you admit you were just a bit hot under the collar, and we're not robots. We all have passions. We all have things that we care about, and sometimes people disagree with you so often that it gets a bit overwhelming. I completely understand. But that was, like I said, it's a stupid statement, and this fire, that is the gasoline that's pouring on this fire, and this fire doesn't need to burn. These negative reviews, they don't need to be here, because like I said, most of these people don't even play Rome 2. This isn't helping Rome 2 at all. Now, again, I don't care what the reviews say on this. I think it's a pretty mediocre Total War game. Not the worst, not the best. I think it deserves around 60 to 75% positive reviews. I think that's fine. But like I said, my problem is with the misinformation that's out there. Now, another thing is that I've been hearing about, and I've been checking the forums a little bit because I am, like I said, I've been keeping tabs on this situation because it's getting out of hand, and I'm a part of this community, and I think just because it doesn't involve me directly doesn't mean that I don't have something that I could add. Now, I've been looking at the Reddit a little bit. I don't like to stay on Reddit very much, as I've made clear. It's not very welcoming of me, which is fair enough, whatever. I'm welcome in some areas, I'm not welcome in others. That's fine. I don't post on Reddit, but I'll read it from time to time. And what I see is people attacking the person, not the argument. Now, I made a video of a little while back, not that long ago, telling people, when these things happen, which they are likely to continue happening, please don't attack the person, attack the argument. If you disagree with me, you aren't winning any. As an example, if you disagree with Arch, I'll use that as an example. If you disagree with Arch Warhammer, you are not making his statement incorrect by calling him a misogynist. Okay, it's like attack the argument, not the player, not the person. Okay, and we see a lot of that in Reddit, and I'm also seeing a lot of posts that are getting locked and closed off by Creative Assembly, which, again, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because, again, I'm seeing a lot of toxicity. People are posting about, this is the thing, we're getting fuel on the fire. Like, Creative Assembly, it seems like a lot of moderators are trying to get this toxicity out of there, which I agree with them. They should be getting this toxicity out there. It's bad for the community. However, locking a thread and just burying it is probably not the best way to do it, especially when there's so much. Certain statements need to be made, and a statement has been made, and I'll just quickly post that up over here about this in regards to the current debate about Rome 2, blah blah blah. Go to Twitter, check it out yourself. You guys aren't babies, you can do that yourself. I think that statement there is I'll leave it up, is a perfectly reasonable statement, and I agree with this. That's perfectly fine. If something like this had been done right from the start, there would be no issues. But the problem is that the initial gasoline has been poured on the fire, and you're gonna have to take the gasoline off somehow. And unfortunately, silencing this stuff, I don't think is gonna help. Okay, so I don't know, and I'm seeing things like this as well. Just adding some more on. Seeing reviews that are not abusive being labeled as abusive. I don't know if this image has been doctored. I'm questioning everything at this point in time, but I am seeing things like this. And it's not good. This isn't what we should be seeing as a community. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good for Total War. It's not good for anyone, I think. And it creates bigger divide within the community. And I think we all just need to just stop for a moment, take a breath, check our facts, stop insulting one another, and just get on with playing whatever the fuck you want to play. If you don't like Rome 2, don't play Rome 2. If you don't want to buy Creative Assembly games anymore, say so and then leave it at that. You don't need to insult them as well. There's no need for it. You know, you don't have to call Creative Assembly a bunch of historical revisionists or SJWs or anything like that. Creative Assembly is a complicated machine. There's a lot of people that work there. A lot of Creative Assembly is a well-oiled machine and works really well. And other parts of it don't really work that well, you know. That's just how things work sometimes. But there's no need for insults. And again, you know, onto Arch Warhammer. I've been watching reading the comments in his videos. A lot of the stuff is so uncalled for. Now, when I went through my drama a little while back, I was getting called all kinds of names on Reddit and on my channel, and you know, a lot of people were insulting me who weren't my viewers. So it didn't bother me like that much, but it still bothered me that that I was, you know, getting just rampant insults. And I think one of the things that hurt the most was that nobody really came to back me up, you know, within the community. I felt so alone, and when that did happen, I took some time away to reflect on everything, and I came back really strong, I think. But I had to go through all that stuff alone, and I always felt like it would have been nice if someone had backed me up. So in that regard, I'm going to give Arch Warhammer some backing, because I watch his videos. I like him. I don't have a personal relationship with him. We've never communicated. We've never collaborated on anything. But I watch his videos, and I get an idea of what he's about. People who are calling him a misogynist, a sexist, a neo-Nazi. I don't know if it's neo-Nazi, but that's just one that goes around. You know, the typical, you know, you're a right-wing white male. You know, all the things that go with that. They are all unworthy statements of this community. Like I said, I've watched him, and I can tell you he's a genuine person. He's passionate about the quality that he wants to see in these games. And he's got a backbone. If he believes in something, he will push it, even if it hurts him as a channel. And so for that, he has my deep respect. And that's why I watch his videos, because I know that if I want to see something with integrity, I can get that from Arch Warhammer. And people who are insulting him don't watch his videos. They don't know what he's like. And I think they have no right to insult him. And so if you are one of those people who have insulted him, I would look towards yourself before you start insulting someone else, okay? I have never, in all the videos that I've watched of his, heard him say anything misogynistic, sexist, racist, anything like that, okay? Maybe he said a few things that are incorrect, but I've known him to correct himself whenever he has made a mistake, which is all we can do as humans. We are not robots. We can't always be 100% correct, okay? The worst thing that we can do is bury our mistakes and pretend like they never exist and silence criticism in that regard, okay? So that's all I want to say on that. I think people need to behave a little bit better. Again, with the reviews for Rome 2, if you want to leave a negative review, leave a negative review. I don't care. I don't have a dog in this fight, but just be honest about it. Hate it or like it, but do it honestly. That's all I want to say. I'll see you next time, fuckers.